What is up, guys? Dials 46 here. We're going to be taking a look at the MTEK licensed Flux helmet brought to you by PTS. Now, I know you guys like the straight out of the box stuff, so here we go. Let's take a look. Inside the box, of course, you're going to get the helmet. It looks like some bags of things. You're going to get the Velcro here. That's going to be your loop side, your pile side with the adhesive back. That goes on the helmet. The helmet does come out of the box slick. There's nothing on it. That includes the retention bungees for your night vision systems. Those are not hooked up yet either. And of course, you got your pad system and the instructions. The thing that's kind of neat about this is out of the box, it's coming kind of slick as far as not having that Velcro applied or the bungee retentions. If you wanted to hydro dip this thing, or if you wanted to go ahead and paint this thing, you know, rattle can or whatever you want to do, any type of application that you want to apply to the helmet, you could do that now without having to worry about junking up the Velcro or getting the bungees or having them in the way. So that's kind of cool. So it's kind of like a model kit, putting this Velcro on there. Now, I will say, you might want to look at some reference pictures on the internet, either on MTEK's website or PTS's website, just to make sure that you've got everything going on. You kind of want to put the pieces down before you peel back the adhesive protector. You kind of want to lay them out there, make sure they all kind of fit, because they are cut to allow for that curvature, so it looks like it's not going to fit until you actually start adhering it down to the helmet, and then it kind of shapes to the roundness of the helmet. So yeah, just kind of lay them out there, make sure it all fits, and then once you feel comfortable about that, start applying your Velcro. And don't be afraid if there's a little bit of slop. That's okay. Nobody's going to be able to see it once you get patches on it or whatever anyway. So yeah, so there you go. Kind of fun, kind of like putting your helmet together, little model kit.
What we do here is go back.
Now on the rails here on the side, they call this the boltless system. There's no bolts that go through per se. You know, like compared to an ops core, where there's gonna be like the 4 main bolts that connects up the arc rails and the harness retention system. There's nothing like that here. The neat thing is that the bolts actually kind of go into these molded areas, these lifted areas that have the nuts for the bolts on the outside of the exterior of the frame of the helmet, which is kind of cool. Now, again, this is a replica. Looking down into the pads here, you can see it says, for Airsoft only type thing. And that's PTS's way of saying, hey guys, this is a replica. It's a nice replica, but I think it's more of a legality thing for sure. To be honest, this is a really well-built shell for this helmet. And definitely some kind of nylon reinforced, thick, hardy polymer construction shell on this. So this is going to be a replica of the actual ballistic version of the Flux helmet from MTEK. The other nice thing about this is the retention system. Real quick, 4-point retention. You got adjustments at every point there, so you can make it size to any shape head there. Now, I will say before I go too much further, I've got a big noggin. I wear between like a 7.5 and an 8, depending on the manufacturer of a fitted hat or whatever. So this helmet without the additional second layer of pads fits me perfect. Now the cool thing about that is if you do got a bigger dome, you can kind of use this pad system. It's kind of a 2-layer pad system to kind of scale up or scale down. So with the 2 layers of pads in here, how you have them configured in, the default's going to be kind of like a medium large, but if you leave those pads out, I think it's safe to say that I'm definitely going to be running a large, extra large dome size. So yeah, no problem there. If you got a bigger noggin like I do, buy with confidence. And if you got a bigger head than that, you're going to want to see a doctor for brain swelling. Something going on up there. Another thing you'll notice with the harness retention system is there's no OC dial like what OpsCore has. And there's no neck nape. Because the higher ergonomic cut in the back of this helmet, and I'll get to this, why they do this, doesn't need to have that neck nape to keep good retention of the helmet on your head. Now the cool thing about that higher cut is so you can actually look straight up in the sky, and it's not going to like adjust your helmet around, right? It's not going to knock your helmet down over your eyes or prohibit you from looking down your sights or anything like that. So that's kind of a nice aggressive cut on the back of this helmet to allow you a little bit more mobility when you're moving your head around, especially like if you're down in the laid prone position, or if you need to look straight up or whatever. Your vision won't be hindered by your helmet. And it kind of fits, the way I've been describing it to people is, you know how you got that knot on the back of your head? right? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of hugs that knot on the back of your head. Then it's got the high cut in the back, so it's not resting on your neck, which is why you don't need the neck nape. So it's just the straight up 4-point retention system. It just really hugs your head, and it hugs that back of that knot on the back of your dome. And yeah, it just sits, it rides nice, rides high. It's just a really comfortable, different feel than what you get from OpsCore style helmets out there, or your ACHs or your high cut Maritimes or whatever. It's a lightweight helmet. It does got some heft to it with the construction of the shell itself, but the weight is minimal for sure. So I can imagine that this is going to be a very comfortable helmet for wearing in prolonged scenarios. So the texture on the outside of this guy, the finish, the feel, again, the weight feels good. It's top notch. It's got that kind of ballistic-esque finish to the exterior of the shell. Kind of the bumpy grained texture on the outside that kind of takes the sheen down as well. Your nod mount on the front is going to be Wilcox design. Now, they say it's an aluminum design, so it is on the interior where the actual device is going to click in, but the exterior, kind of the outer edge of that Wilcox design nod mount, MVG mount, is going to be polymer construction. So Flux, F-L-U-X, that's going to stand for Future Lightweight Undercut Expandable. So that's what Flux stands for. By not having to modify this helmet to fit my big noggin and put it on straight out of the box and for it to fit is a win. So if you're a big dude, buy with confidence again. And that's not to say if you're a little dude with a medium to large size head, don't be turned away, because again, it's that pad system that you can put in there where you can kind of scale around to make it fit all these different sized heads. And the ergonomics just clicks onto your head. I love the thing. Yeah, so you can find this available at retail for about $130 here in the US. If you guys have this helmet already out there, let me know what some of your favorite things or things you don't like about this helmet down in the comment below. Let us know your thoughts on this helmet yourself. There you go, guys. Hey, I hope everyone's good. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself during these crazy times. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
M-Lock, and that's going to have your plugins too. So for your, if you guys are running your face masks hooked up to this clip, that works with the OpsCore rail adapter system, or for your air masks or whatever. But it's going to be M-Lock as opposed to the ARC rail from OpsCore.
Hey, you good, buddy?